There's this quiet revolution happening in global trade right now, and it might just change what made in China means to a lot of people, especially in heavy industry. This isn't just a story about supply chains. Nope, it's about a whole new blueprint for doing business around the world. And believe it or not, it all kicks off in a place you would least expect. That's right, Las Vegas, Nevada, a city literally built on making high stakes bets. But back in March of 2026, the biggest gamble in town wasn't happening at some poker table. It was all going down on the floor of a massive trade show. We're talking about ConExpo. This is the global stage for construction and heavy machinery. I mean, you had over 2,500 of the world's top exhibitors all gathered in one place to show off the future. And right in the middle of all that innovation, one company was placing a very, very different kind of bet. The question they were asking was simple, but huge. What if you could totally shake up the way entire industries get their critical parts from all over the globe? That was the big bet from a company called CEP Group. And their plan? Well, it was to completely rewrite the rules of the game for international supply chains. So, what made their idea so bold? Well, to really get it, you have to understand the old kind of broken model that's been frustrating manufacturers for decades. I mean, think about the classic headache of getting parts from China. You've got these painfully slow shipping times, you're trying to juggle a bunch of different suppliers, and all the while, you're trying to build trust with someone on the other side of the planet. The whole old system was just fragmented and really inefficient. So, CEP Group saw all this frustration, and they came up with a pretty radical new solution. Their thinking was, instead of every single company trying to go global all by themselves, what if they could all do it together? And this slide, it just lays out the difference perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the old model. One company trying to do it all alone. It's slow, it's isolated, and your reach is pretty limited. But on the right, that's CEP's new blueprint, a joint exhibition group. Think of it like a unified team, a coalition of companies all working together on one digital platform. And this creates a super powerful network effect, where every new partner that joins makes the whole system more valuable for everybody else. And this quote from the company, man, it just says it all. They weren't just selling parts, they were building a digital highway, a fast lane to connect the world's best manufacturers with the global market, like instantly. So, what are the actual mechanics behind this digital fast lane? I mean, how does it really work? The secret, it turns out, is in their supply chain. At the very heart of it is this concept, the Chinese supply chain plus overseas warehouse model. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. First, they built a single digital platform that brings together all these top-tier Chinese manufacturers. Then, and this is the key part, they stocked the most in-demand parts in warehouses located right near their customers. So let's break it down. Step one, they get the best suppliers in China onto their platform. Step two, they use data to figure out what people are going to need, and they pre-position that inventory in warehouses overseas, like their main one in Italy. And then step three, an order comes in from anywhere in the world, and boom, they can fill it almost instantly from that local stock. And the impact for the customer is just massive. All of a sudden, a process that used to take weeks of back and forth emails and phone calls is totally transformed. You can get a price quote in 10 seconds. You can place an order with a single click, and you get your parts delivered efficiently without those insane cross-continental wait times. Okay, so an amazing digital model is one thing, but would it actually work in the real world? ConExpo in Las Vegas was the ultimate test. How are potential customers going to react to all of this? This is where the human element becomes so important. You can see it here. Their booth was just buzzing with activity. People weren't just staring at a website on a screen. They were talking to experts, they were holding the products in their hands, and they were building real relationships. That face-to-face interaction was the absolute key to turning a digital idea into actual tangible trust. And you could literally see this shift happen right there at the booth. People would walk in as curious onlookers, just kind of checking things out, but they left as partners. They were totally won over by seeing the quality of the products firsthand and then understanding the power of the logistics platform behind it all. And the appeal was super broad. For aftermarket clients, the repair shops and mechanics who need parts fast, this was a total game changer. But it was also a huge draw for the big guys, what we call original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs. These are the companies actually building the big machines, and they saw a smarter, more reliable way to get parts for their entire production line. So the big bet in Las Vegas, it paid off, big time. But what does this success really signal for the future of global manufacturing and trade?
At the end of the day, ConExpo wasn't just another trade show. It was proof. It validated their entire digital first model in the real world. It showed everyone that this wasn't just some clever theory, it was the solution the market had actually been waiting for.
And this is just getting started. The plan now is to go even deeper. They're making the platform even better, they're growing your local service networks, and they're bringing even more manufacturing partners into this whole ecosystem. Their success has given them some serious momentum, and they're already looking ahead to the next major trade show, Comitech in Turkey. Which brings us to the big question, right? Is this the new blueprint for global trade? Could this collaborative, platform-driven model be the future for all kinds of specialized industries around the world? After what went down in Las Vegas, you gotta think it just might be.